In the silence of the night, when the world slumbers and dreams come alive, there exists a latent power within each of us, waiting to be awakened. This power, vaster than the oceans and brighter than the stars, is the very essence of our existence. Welcome, restless souls and brave hearts, to a journey that will challenge the limits of your perception and take you to the frontiers of the possible. Today, we will delve into the depths of an ancient wisdom, revealed through the words of the mystic Neville Goddard and his work Your Faith is Your Fortune. Specifically, we will explore Chapter 8, titled No Other God, a text that promises to shake the foundations of our understanding of divinity and our place in the cosmos. Goddard presents us with a revolutionary idea: I am the first, and I am the last, and besides me there is no God, Isaiah 44 verse 6. This statement, far from being blasphemous, is an invitation to recognize our true divine nature. But what does this declaration really imply? How can it transform our perception of reality and, more importantly, how can it revolutionize our lives? Allow me to share a personal experience that illustrates the transformative power of this concept. Some time ago, I found myself plunged into an abyss of despair. Each dawn brought with it a new battle against adversity, and I felt like a leaf at the mercy of a relentless hurricane. I sought salvation in all external things, from spiritual gurus to magical formulas for financial success. I was like a castaway in the middle of the ocean, unable to see that the life raft had always been within me. It was at this critical moment that Goddard's teachings illuminated my path. His concept of no other God resonated deep within my being. At first, the idea that I, an apparently insignificant being in the vast universe, could be the only source of power in my life, seemed absurd to me. However, driven by a mixture of desperation and curiosity, I decided to immerse myself in this revolutionary philosophy. I began to practice what Goddard called the law of assumption. Instead of pleading with external forces, I began to assume the state of consciousness of one who already possessed everything desired. I visualized myself living in abundance, enjoying radiant health, experiencing relationships full of harmony. Initially, the chasm between my present reality and the desired state seemed insurmountable. Nevertheless, I persevered, remembering the Master's words: the consciousness of any quality externalizes a corresponding quality without the aid of any other power. Gradually, like the sun dissipating the morning mist, I began to perceive changes in my external reality. Opportunities that previously went unnoticed began to manifest with astonishing clarity. My vitality was renewed without the need for miraculous potions. Bonds that were once a source of conflict transformed into nurturing relationships. And most extraordinary, my perception of the world and myself underwent a radical metamorphosis. This personal transformation leads us to a fundamental question: how does this process of recognizing ourselves as the only source of power in our lives really operate? The answer lies in Goddard's words: all beliefs in separate powers have assumed the form of the worshipped idol. Let us reflect on the depth of this statement. How many times have we placed our faith in foreign gods? Money, the opinion of others, external circumstances. All these are idols we have erected, granting them a power that, in reality, belongs to us by divine right. Goddard reminds us: do you not know that you are the temple of God and that the Spirit of God dwells in you? 1 Corinthians 3 verse 16. This is not a poetic metaphor, but a literal declaration of our true essence. We are, in our deepest nature, manifestations of divine power, capable of shaping our reality through our consciousness. But how can we apply this principle in the whirlwind of our daily existence? Goddard offers us practical guidance. Recognize your divine essence, understand that you are the manifestation of supreme power, not an entity separate from it. Evict the merchants from the temple, identify and eradicate the limiting beliefs you have allowed to occupy the sanctuary of your mind. Embody the desired state, instead of begging for what you want, assume the consciousness of already possessing it. Cultivate understanding and forgiveness, recognize that each being expresses that of which they are conscious of being. Maintain unwavering faith, remember that your consciousness is the only creative force in your experience. Let me share another story that illustrates the power of this approach. I met a man named Alexander, an entrepreneur who had struggled for years to materialize his vision of an innovative company. Alexander discovered Goddard's teachings and decided to apply them to his situation. Instead of seeing his dream as a distant and unattainable goal, Alexander began to live from the state of consciousness of already being a successful and innovative entrepreneur. He vividly visualized every detail of his flourishing company, felt the excitement of achieved goals, saw himself leading a passionate and committed team. At first, nothing seemed to change on the physical plane. But Alexander persisted in his unwavering faith. Gradually, amazing synchronicities began to emerge. An investor who shared his vision appeared unexpectedly. Key talents were attracted to his project. And most surprisingly, an emerging technology, crucial to his business idea, became accessible at just the right moment. In less than 2 years, Alexander's vision had materialized into a thriving and rapidly growing company. When I asked him what the secret of his success was, he replied with a look full of wisdom, "I understood that the only obstacle between my dreams and me was my own limited consciousness. When I recognized myself as the source of all creative power, the entire universe conspired to make my vision a reality." This story leads us to a fundamental truth: our external reality is a perfect reflection of our internal consciousness. As Goddard reminds us, the person that I am is the Lord and His temple. There is no separation between us and the divine power that shapes reality. But what happens when we face seemingly insurmountable challenges or circumstances that seem beyond our control? Goddard offers us a revolutionary perspective: put aside the litanies and affirm to be that which you have decided to be. Do this, and you will flee from a limited world and find the world of full freedom. This approach may seem simplistic, even naive. Our conditioned mind screams at us that we need external action, elaborate plans, tangible resources. But Goddard reminds us that all these things are secondary to our state of consciousness. The true action, the most powerful, occurs in the realm of our imagination and our faith. Now, I invite you to reflect: what foreign gods have you allowed to occupy the sanctuary of your mind? What limiting beliefs are preventing you from recognizing your innate divine power? Imagine for a moment that you possess the ability to rewrite the script of your existence, not through the manipulation of external circumstances, but through a transformation in your consciousness. What reality would you create if you truly believe that I am the first, and I am the last, and besides me there is no God? Because, in truth, that power already resides within you. As Goddard reminds us, the I am is much greater than he who is in the world, 1 John 4 verse 4. This is not a declaration of superiority over others, but a recognition of the vastness of our inner being, which transcends the limitations of the physical world. This is the essence of your faith is your fortune. It is not about blind faith in an external power, but a deep recognition of our true divine nature. It is the understanding that we are the architects of our reality, and that through our consciousness, we can manifest a world that reflects our highest ideals. Dear explorers of truth, as we conclude this journey of self-discovery, I invite you to reflect on these eternal truths. What reality are you creating with your current consciousness? What world could you manifest if you truly recognized yourself as the only source of power in your life? Remember, you are not alone in this spiritual odyssey. Each of you is a unique and valuable expression of divine consciousness. By embracing this truth, by living from the recognition of your divine nature, you not only transform your own lives but contribute to the elevation of the consciousness of all humanity. So I ask you, are you ready to reclaim your place as divine creators of your reality? Are you willing to expel the foreign gods and recognize your I am as the only source of power in your life? The moment is now. The choice is yours. May the light of your true self illuminate your path, and may the wisdom of Neville Goddard resonate in the depths of your being. Always remember, you are the temple of the living God, the supreme creators of your reality. Live from that truth and observe how magic unfolds in every aspect of your existence. Thank you for sharing this journey with me. May your days be filled with unwavering faith, and may your divine consciousness shine in all its splendor. Until our next encounter, dear fellow travelers on this great adventure we call life. Remember, your faith is your fortune, and there is no other God outside of yourselves. To further enrich our understanding of the concept no other God and its transformative power, let's explore two additional subtopics that are closely related to the original text's essence. The first subtopic we'll delve into is the quantum nature of consciousness. Recent advancements in quantum physics have revealed fascinating insights into the nature of reality that align remarkably well with Goddard's teachings about the power of consciousness and the concept of no other God. At the quantum level, particles exist in a state of superposition, meaning they can be in multiple states simultaneously until they are observed. This phenomenon, known as the observer effect, suggests that consciousness plays a crucial role in shaping reality. In essence, our thoughts and intentions may be collapsing the wave function of possibilities into specific experiences. This understanding adds a new dimension to Goddard's concept of no other God. When we recognize ourselves as the sole creative power in our lives, we are essentially acknowledging our role as quantum observers, constantly collapsing waves of possibility into our experienced reality. This aligns with Goddard's assertion that our consciousness is the only creative force in our experience. To apply this quantum perspective to our practice of no other God, embrace uncertainty, recognize that multiple possibilities exist simultaneously. Your desired reality is one of these possibilities. Focus on feeling. Quantum entanglement suggests that particles can be connected regardless of distance. Similarly, by feeling the reality of your desired state, you may be entangling yourself with that possibility. Persist in your assumption. Just as repeated observations can influence quantum outcomes, persistent assumption of your desired state may increase the likelihood of it manifesting. Detach from current circumstances. Understanding the fluid nature of reality at the quantum level can help you detach from the apparent solidity of your current situation. The second subtopic we'll explore is the neuroplasticity of divine identity. Neuroscience has shown that our brains are remarkably plastic, capable of forming new neural pathways throughout our lives. This neuroplasticity provides a scientific basis for understanding how the practice of recognizing ourselves as the only God can literally reshape our minds and, consequently, our experiences. When we practice Goddard's teachings, particularly the concept of no other God, we're not just engaging in abstract philosophy. We're actually creating new neural pathways that can influence our perceptions, decisions, and actions. The more we practice recognizing ourselves as the sole creative power, the stronger these neural pathways become, making it easier for us to maintain this state of consciousness. This understanding can enhance our practice in several ways. Consistency is key. Regular practice of recognizing yourself as the only God strengthens the associated neural pathways. Engage multiple senses. The more senses you engage in your practice, the more areas of the brain you activate, creating a richer neural network associated with your divine identity. Emotional intensity matters. Strong positive emotions associated with your practice can enhance neuroplasticity, making the new pathways more resilient. Be patient. Just as it takes time for new neural pathways to form and strengthen, it may take time for your new self-concept to fully manifest in your external reality. Monitor your habitual thoughts. Be aware that your current self-concept is supported by existing neural pathways. Consciously redirect thoughts that don't align with your divine identity. By integrating these scientific perspectives with Goddard's teachings, we can approach the practice of no other God with a deeper understanding of why and how it works. We're not just changing our beliefs, we're reshaping our brains and potentially influencing the quantum fabric of reality itself. Remember, as Goddard teaches, you are the operant power in your world. Your recognition of yourself as the only God, informed by these scientific insights, becomes an even more powerful tool for creating the life you desire. Trust in the process, persist in your practice, and watch as your inner world shapes your outer reality in ways that may seem miraculous, but are indeed based on the fundamental nature of consciousness and reality itself. As we conclude this expanded exploration, I invite you to reflect on the profound implications of these insights. How might your life change if you fully embraced the concept of no other God? What reality could you create if you consistently recognized yourself as the sole creative power in your life? Consider the ripple effect of this practice. As you elevate your own consciousness through the recognition of your divine nature, you're not just transforming your individual reality. you're contributing to the collective consciousness of humanity. Each time you choose to embody your divine identity, you're adding to the quantum field of possibilities for all of us. Imagine a world where more and more people understand and apply these principles. A world where we collectively recognize our divine nature and create from a place of infinite possibility. The potential for positive change is truly limitless. So I encourage you to take this knowledge and put it into practice. Start each day by affirming your divine identity. Throughout your day, be mindful of your thoughts and consciously choose to align them with your true nature as the only God in your experience. When faced with challenges, remember that you have the power to reframe your experience through the lens of your divine identity. And most importantly, be patient and compassionate with yourself as you embark on this journey. Remember that you're rewiring years of habitual thinking and reshaping the very fabric of your reality. It's a process, and every step you take is valuable. Thank you for joining me on this profound exploration of the concept "no other God." May your journey be filled with wonder, discovery, and the joy of conscious creation. Until we meet again, remember, you are the only God in your universe, the power of creation expressing itself in human form. Embrace your divine nature and let your light shine brightly. The world is waiting for the unique expression that only you can bring. Go forth and create miracles.